my life, growing up without a father, so one of the things that we're talking about right now is respect. And respect means that whether you win or lose, you still shake the person's hand. You honor the fact of what they have done. May have been better or worse than you in that moment, but it's still valuable that they were willing to have the courage to put themselves into that position. That's what we're talking about. And for me, growing up without a dad, there wasn't anyone daily there to show me what that looked like, to show me what it meant to respect other people. And I understand that there are dads out there who don't seem to be able to show what it looks like to be respectful, or they are showing the other side of it where they're disrespectful because they feel disrespected. And so you have to learn from you have to learn what not to do from them. So I want to give plenty of space. I know all of you have different situations with your own parents, but the problem that I had growing up was, I love how you put it, everything was cerebral for me. I could understand technical aspects of how to do things and what to do. And because I was not always pushed to actually have to physically do them and have to fail and then have to learn from the situation, it has been very easy for me to fall back into just being cerebral and talking myself through, this is how much I'd be able to do before I'm going to fail. And because I know that's the point where I'm going to fail, I don't even want to start. I'm not even willing to begin the process and put myself into this situation, because I don't want to put in that much effort and then get to that point where I know I'm going to fail and possibly not get past it. And it's that fear of failure. Not that I'm going to fail right at the beginning. I can do the first couple of steps, but eventually I'm going to fail. And I've just realized right now as I'm saying this, that that's what the fear of failure is. It's not that I'm afraid that I'm going to fail the very first step that's really easy for me. It's that I know that somewhere down the line there is a part of this process that I am going to fail at, and I don't want to go through that pain. And to have the courage to start anyways is huge. I know that for streaming on Twitch, I've actually talked about streaming on Twitch, which we're doing right now, for probably 2 or 3 years now. But I was so afraid of failing. I was so afraid of it not being as good as some of the other streamers who were out there. There were some streamers I watched. Shout out to Grand Pooh Bear particularly. I actually watch him on YouTube. I prefer that. I'm very American. I like the sweet elixir of the most important parts and not sitting through all of the stream. But I watched what he did, and I just thought, man, I right now cannot start out doing this as well as he's doing it. Well, that's pretty dumb, because that's someone who's been doing this thing for multiple years, 4 or 5 years, I think, at the time I started watching him, maybe even longer than that. And what I think is great about his stream is he talks about how he did, for 3 years, he was streaming for free. He wasn't making any money off it. He wasn't able to do anything with it, really. He just did it because he loved it, and with that belief that eventually it was going to be worthwhile and good. And I've spent about 3 years just being scared to death of starting the process, because I didn't want to do it at a lower level or have to start at where everyone starts at, which is where it's just something like this, and it's not necessarily great. I mean, my first stream, I think, was mostly just the drive and me talking a little bit here and there, but not really knowing what to say. And so it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good to not be able to do it at a professional level, or what I thought was a professional level. But that's where you have to start anything and everything that you do in life. And so, I have done things in my life that have been great. I surfed for about 20 years, and I got pretty proficient. I've surfed triple overhead waves. I've been able to do huge maneuvers, and I've been able to ride the nose, put my toes on the nose, put my ankles on the nose. Not my ankles, my heels on the nose. Ankles would be a pretty interesting trick.
Right. That's a hell of a trick.
I was willing to put in the time because I loved it.